In the labyrinthine corridors of our minds, hidden amongst forgotten memories and buried emotions, lie dormant storms, triggered by seemingly innocuous stimuli that can erupt into an unexpected torrent of fear, anger, or despair. These emotional landmines, often referred to as triggers, are more than just buzzwords. They represent a fascinating, complex phenomenon in the psychology of human experience. Understanding triggers necessitates unpacking the layers of their formation. Trauma, that searing mark on the soul, is fertile ground for their genesis. The sights, sounds, smells, and even physical sensations associated with a horrific event become woven into the very fabric of the memory. When encountered again, even years later, they can act as a key, unlocking the vault of pain and unleashing a cascade of unwanted emotions. It's as if the past bleeds into the present, replaying the discordant symphony of fear and hurt. The roots of triggers extend beyond the harrowing realm of trauma. The human brain, in its intricate dance of association and conditioning, can transform even neutral stimuli into potent emotional triggers. Imagine a child, denied ice cream at the park, associating the joyous jingle of the truck with the sting of rejection. Now, the very melody that once symbolized carefree summers can evoke bitterness and disappointment. Through repeated pairings, seemingly banal experiences can become loaded with emotional connotations, waiting to be detonated at the slightest touch. Triggers are not simply emotional booby traps waiting to explode. They can also be portals, albeit unsettling ones, that offer access to the hidden chambers of our psyche. Recognizing a trigger is the first step towards understanding its origin, a crucial step in the healing journey. By peeling back the layers of emotion associated with it, we can unearth the buried threads of past experiences, confront unresolved pain, and begin to rewrite the narrative of our emotional landscape. This introspective voyage, however, can be fraught with challenges. Our brains, with their inherent negativity bias, tend to amplify the impact of triggers, turning a whisper of discomfort into a deafening roar of distress. It's like a faulty amplifier stuck on maximum volume, distorting the present with the echoes of the past. Recognizing this bias and actively challenging the distorted thought patterns it generates is crucial in mitigating the intensity of the emotional response. Navigating triggers is not about erasing the past, but about learning to coexist with it, embracing the lessons it offers while preventing it from dictating our present. Let's delve deeper into specific types of triggers associated with various mental health challenges, their unique characteristics, and insights into managing them. Sensory triggers. The sights, sounds, smells, and even tastes associated with a traumatic event can act as potent triggers, transporting individuals back to the moment of pain. For a combat veteran, the smell of gunpowder might evoke flashbacks, while a survivor of an abusive relationship might be triggered by their ex-partner's voice. Recognizing these sensory associations is crucial in developing coping mechanisms, like grounding techniques or exposure therapy. Situational triggers. Certain places, dates, or situations can serve as triggers due to their connection to the trauma. Anniversary dates, returning to the scene of the event, or even seemingly innocuous activities like walking alone at night can trigger anxiety or flashbacks. Identifying these situations and proactively planning alternative responses, like attending support groups or engaging in self-care practices, can be helpful. Emotional triggers. Emotions like fear, anger, and even joy can unexpectedly trigger memories of a traumatic event, particularly if those emotions were present during the experience. Learning to identify and manage these emotions through tools like journaling, emotional regulation techniques, and mindfulness can help mitigate the intensity of the trigger response. Anxiety's whispering, shadows. Physical sensations, bodily sensations like racing heart, tightness in the chest, or difficulty breathing can be triggers for individuals with anxiety disorders. These sensations can mimic the experience of a panic attack, further fueling the cycle of anxiety. Deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, and grounding techniques can help manage these physical triggers and break the cycle of anxiety. Social situations. Fear of judgment, criticism, or social scrutiny can be a potent trigger for those with social anxiety. Crowded spaces, public speaking, or even casual conversations can evoke intense anxiety. Exposure therapy, social skills training, and cognitive reframing techniques can help individuals gradually challenge their negative thought patterns and overcome these social triggers. Uncertain situations. The unknown can be a major trigger for individuals with anxiety. Changes in routine, unexpected events, or lack of control over situations can fuel anxiety and lead to panic attacks. Practicing mindfulness, developing coping mechanisms for dealing with uncertainty, and building resilience can help individuals manage these triggers and cope with the unpredictability of life. Addiction's craving call. Environmental triggers, places, people, or objects associated with past substance use can be potent triggers for those in recovery. Bars, drug paraphernalia, or even certain social circles can spark cravings and lead to relapse. Identifying these triggers and avoiding them, practicing mindfulness in high-risk situations, and developing alternative coping mechanisms like exercise or support groups is crucial for sustained recovery. Emotional triggers. Stress, boredom, or negative emotions can act as triggers for individuals with addiction history. These emotions can be used as justification for seeking the temporary relief offered by substances. Developing healthy coping mechanisms for managing stress and negative emotions, like journaling, cognitive behavioral therapy, and seeking support from loved ones, can help prevent relapse in such situations. Sensory triggers. Certain sights, smells, or sounds associated with past substance use can trigger cravings and flashbacks. The smell of alcohol at a party or the sight of an old friend from the using days can be powerful triggers. Learning to recognize these triggers, employing mindfulness techniques, and practicing deep breathing exercises can help individuals resist the pull of addiction in such situations. This is just a glimpse into the vast and nuanced world of triggers. Triggers are unique to each individual and depend on a complex interplay of past experiences, present emotions, and environmental factors. However, by understanding the types of triggers and the underlying mechanisms at play, we can equip ourselves with the tools to navigate their impact and ultimately reclaim control over our mental well-being.